everyone. For the record, I'm Diana, and today is July 22nd, 2013. Here are your news updates for today. Big thunderstorms keep traveling through central Florida, so if you have your laundry hung up out there, it's not a good idea. Best to bring it inside and let the ceiling fan try to dry it. Alrighty then. Here's your other news updates for today. Breaking news. A lot of stuff going on there. BreakingNews.com. Reportedly 6,000 houses in North Korea submerged and destroyed by flooding. 23,000 people made homeless. That was 9 minutes ago. Also, and that was coming out of W7VOA. Highway flooded north of Los Angeles near California City, reports law enforcement. That's coming out of Breaking Weather 16 minutes ago. Also, flash flood warning issued for part of Lebanon County, Pennsylvania. That's coming out of the http://owl.ly/ndgol at Penn Live. Officials tell the Desert Sun that the mountain fires should be fully contained by Wednesday, coming out of My Desert. The mountain fire in Southern California has burned 27,332 acres and is now 85% contained. That's coming out of the San Bernardino NF 58 minutes ago. Tornado warning for Abbeville, Anderson, and Greenwood counties in South Carolina until 10:15 p.m. That's coming out of the Weather Channel, TWC Breaking. That's an hour ago. Also, oh, here's one. I usually don't report on this. An hour ago. Iraqi security forces hunt for escaped inmates after hundreds flee Abu Ghraib. It's coming out of AP. Also an hour ago, flights to LaGuardia are starting to board and will start to depart soon. NYC Aviation. Two hours ago, officials assessing runway damage at LaGuardia, waiting for approval to move aircraft. And that's coming out of live broadcast. Port Authority 10 were treated at scene of Southwest jet hard landing. 6 were hospitalized. That was 2 hours ago, coming out of live broadcast. Alrighty then, I guess there was a problem there. My goodness. Alright, moving on. The Extinction Protocol 2012 and beyond. Japan's Sakurajima volcano shaken by large explosive eruption. Also, today, China's Gansu province struck by 2 powerful earthquakes, at least 75 reported dead. Residents flee as Indonesia's Merapi volcano spews ash. Okay, heads up. The Watchers watching the world. Large solar prominence on the northwest limb. Strong magnitude 6.1 struck near Mariam Island, Prince Edward's Islands. Extremely dangerous and deadly earthquake magnitude 6.0 struck Gansu, China. My goodness. Moving on, heads up. The Any News, Energy News, heads up on this. Gunderson, Fukushima tanks releasing X-rays in very high quantities off-site. Exposure to people outside plant is very, very high from Bremsstrahlung phenomenon. Hundreds of tanks could easily start leaking after quake. Also today, AP. TEPCO admits radioactive water is flowing into Pacific from Fukushima plant. AFP. Experts warn of effects on humans. Fears of ocean contamination. Hasn't that been going on for over 800 days now? Crimes against humanity. So you're going to start hearing about it on mainstream. They can't hide it anymore. You can't hide the fact if you have your major stars, actors, musicians start dropping down from heart attacks at early ages from the cesium. Keep your eyes open. Yeah. That's all I have to say. Keep your eyes open. Worried? Okay. U.S. Canada. Worried some spike in deadly birth defects around leaking U.S. nuclear site. Officials claim it could be a complete coincidence. No news reports mentioned it's by the most contaminated area in the Western Hemisphere, Hanford. So you got a spike in deadly birth defects around leaking U.S. nuclear site. Okay, yesterday, official unable to find bottom of giant Louisiana sinkhole during depth survey. All of 750 feet measuring cord used. Heads up. Heads up. That's all I got to say. Please, everyone be prepared for anything. Sorry about the laundry in the background. I keep running into thunderstorms. So I keep bringing everything in. Alrighty then. Take care. I'll see you again tomorrow on the flip side. Be ready for anything. Keep your eyes on the news about contaminated water in the Pacific Ocean. Mainstream media is going to start reporting on it now after more than 800 days. How about that? I wonder if the media on the West Coast, if they were affected at all by that. Alrighty then. Take care. Excuse me. See you on the flip side tomorrow.
Hi. I'm going to read an article to you. A good friend sent this to me. And I'm going to leave my opinion, and I want you to leave your comments below, because this is really tragic and sad. But let me get to the article first. Hold on. Alright, this is from the Mail Online. Mystery over why so many babies are born with the brain defect that leaves them blind, deaf, and unable to feel pain in Washington State. 3 Washington counties have reported unusually high rates of anencephaly. Anencephalic babies are born without a large portion of the brain, skull, and scalp. The prognosis for these babies with anencephaly is death. Authorities have not been able to establish a common cause for the high rate or defect. Washington State authorities are baffled after an investigation into the spike of a rare birth defect in several neighboring counties has failed to uncover a common cause. The counties of Yakima, Benton, and Franklin all reported unusually high rate of anencephalic pregnancies between January 2010 and January 2013. The Department of Health, in conjunction with local health authorities and the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, examined records to determine risk factors in the case of the anencephaly, but has not found a common cause. Anencephaly occurs between the 3rd and 4th weeks of pregnancy. During that time, the neural tube is supposed to close and fold over to form the brain and spinal cord of the fetus. This process fails to occur in anencephalic pregnancies, resulting in the absence of a large portion of the brain, skull, and scalp. Most of these babies don't live, I'll tell you that. The rate of anencephaly is 1 to 2 per 10,000 births. The rate in Washington State counties is 8 per 10,000 births. That's actually a very high rate there. Here's the counties they're saying are affected: Yakima, Benton, and Franklin, and they are near and downwind Hanford nuclear power plant. So this is what I was going to get at. I'm just curious if the leaching Hanford nuclear power plant may have something to do with it, because it's gone beyond repair, and I don't think they're even trying to repair it. They say they are, and they're actually moving leaking material, and we don't know where they're moving it. So and every other, I mean, there's a site, I'll put that link up below if I can find it, where it tells you how often they're finding these leaching materials where they buried them all over out here in the desert. It's just buried and it's leaching. So I myself suspect it might be that, but it could be something else. So please leave your link, your comment below. Now, according to and it says it's a significant jump for such a rare condition, so that's why they're studying. But according to the department, anencephaly and related spinal cord disorder, spina bifida, can be caused by the lack of vitamin B, which is folic acid, in the mother's diet. They check diabetes, pre-pregnancy obesity, and everything else, drinking from public or drinking from a well or private sources, and nothing here in this article that I'll leave you, nothing they have not found a common link in any of these births being that way, like where you could pinpoint it, nor do I see that they are looking at nuclear waste dumps in Washington State. The woman, Dr. Joanne Stone, director of maternal fetal medicine at Mount Sinai Medical Center in New York, told ABC that anencephaly can be caused by a combination of genetic and environmental factors. The interesting thing with the study is that they looked at different factors in women's histories and obesity, and at a medical history couldn't find anything that stood out, she said. Could it be a fluke? We don't know. It could take time to uncover some sort of unusual exposure. And right in there's an elephant in this living room here, which is called Hanford, and I will leave a link to the Hanford website. So I think that's my opinion, that probably this has something to do with all the radiation that's in all of these areas here. I mean, all of it. Not that over here on the coastline we're not getting also hit with Fukushima, and but all over through here they're burying the stuff. So I'm going to leave a link for this. Please tell me what you think below, because this is really sad. Now we're starting to see what's happening. I'm sure we're going to see more, but this is a lot of babies dying in a small area. So I love you all, and thanks to my friend who sent me this link. Peace, love, and truth. And if I find anything else about this, or if you do, anybody does, please leave me the link. And I love you all. Peace, love, and truth always. Linda's out.